72942. Rejected votes 639. 639. Total votes cast 73581. 73581. This is the result from the Ontario local government.
Is there any cancellation?
Yeah, we had cancellation 4 polling units from Mariam.
Okay. Do you have the number?
Yeah, I have the 2,000. 2,708. 2,708. 2708.
Governor, how many use?
4.
Arrays?
1.
Only 1 array. Any comments? So, okay. Do you want to make a comment or? Okay, comment?
Thank you. Aminu Liman is my name. I'm standing in for NNPP. I have a comment on the results presented by the returning officer or collection officer of the So he said the total number of accredited votes. He said is 73,581. While we actually checked from the back end, it's only 49,198. So please, we want them to review. We want those results to be reviewed. Thank you.
Any other one?
Yes, that's right.
May I permit me to understand of the existing protocol? My name is J.A. Chair. I am the state relation officer for PDP. So with the greatest respect to what my friend here has called the comment, he has not raised objection. He is only saying it's a comment. And with the greatest respect, what the comment he has even made is a completely dubious claim that is mere hearsay. There is nothing with respect to back end. Back end what? Back end what? And how, by what means did he obtain that back end whatever? For a person for the votes read to be touched, or for anything whatsoever to be said about the vote, it has to be an objection and not a comment. Not a comment.
Thank you, please. All protocols duly respected. Well, I look at it as just a mere talk. I don't want this kind of thing here, but I raised as a comment, whether it's a comment or an objection, it's not the person presiding over this sitting. It's the returning officer that will tell me or call me to order, but not a mere agent like myself. Thank you. Please, you should just respect himself.
Thank you. Let me just make comments here. By virtue of the powers enshrined on me, when you look at the electoral acts, when you have something like that, we can go back to DBAS or any electronic means to check. And I received, I think so, we received petitions. Right, I received petitions. And the total polling units involved in that petition is 44 from Ugari. I have it here. Received. And the total PUs you will carry is 387. So I would like to this gathering to just allow us to verify this protocol unit for now, please.
Sorry, sir.
Yes.
Sir, with the greatest respect, if there is a petition, with respect, there is a petition with respect to a result from Bukari, the first step is that that petition ought to be served on us. We ought to be given a copy of the petition, sir. It cannot be done in secrecy. You cannot, with the greatest respect, sit there and just inform us that the petition has been written when no copy was given to us. We are entitled to know what the objection is, what the petition is. By not telling us and by keeping it, sir, it means that there is an agenda, sir. And that is wrong, sir. That is one, sir. Secondly, sir, where there is such an issue, sir.
Yes.
With respect, you are the state collation officer.
Yes.
Even though you have not even specifically mentioned the section of the Electoral Act that you are seeking to
64, subsection 64, go to 64.
64, sir.
Yes.
With greatest respect, sir,
Yes.
now with respect to section 64, perhaps you might want to have yes, 64.
Yes.
It says, where during collation of results, there is a dispute regarding collected results or the result of an election for many polling units. That is dispute with respect to collation of results. If they had said that a party AA scored 20 votes, but from what was read, only 5 votes was given, that is dispute as to results. That is figures. Section 64 to section 6 envisages dispute as to figure, not dispute as to accreditation. Accreditation can only be done in polling units and with the greatest respect.
Maybe you continue that section A from 64 A to.
Sir, you refer to subsection 6 specifically.
Yes.
Okay, continue now. They said continue.
It's only one. How many of them are there? Sorry.
So, and which one particularly? Because there are lots of them, yes.
Yes, 60, I know, 64, section 6. We have A to this A to E or A to D or A to C. I can't remember.
Yes, they are talking about the votes, sir.
Yes.
Votes. We say dispute, sir. There is no dispute here. Because if there was a dispute, sir, and the petition was written as to votes disputed votes, if they are disputing votes, that is where there is a dispute here, sir. But there are no disputing votes. There are no disputing votes, sir. And like I said earlier, sir, we are in a copy of the petition. Let us know who the petition was addressed to. Because we should know who the petition was addressed to and what the petition is all about. We cannot now be informed and expect that you take a decision, sir. Respectfully, sir, the decision you have taken that will give you time is wrong, sir, with the greatest respect.
Thank you very much. Any other comment or objection?
I'm Ibrahim Tukur Sudi, representing APC. First of all, I want to lay complaint on the same Bukari. I have already written the resident electoral commissioner before I respond to some of the comments being raised by my learned colleague. Though we are not in a court of law, this is a fact-finding outfit. Yes, and a collation outfit. Now, I have written a petition which we carry is among those local governments which are highlighted of problems, and particularly, we have observed the following abnormalities during the election. There was misuse of PBAS during the election in most of the polling units, overvoting in most of the polling units, and number of elections in 4 polling units of Chinkai, Fofar Saki 0021, Primary School 003, Chinkai Market, and GPSS. And apart from that, the IREF, from when we entered the IREF, we realized that Wukari has 10 RS or wards. The number of wards uploaded to INEC IREF is only 2 wards. If you can go into the IREF portal, you will find out that only 2 wards have been uploaded. And 8 have not been uploaded. So, by virtue of the provisions of Section 65, Section 65, the decision of the returning officer shall be final on any question arising from or relating to unmarked ballot paper, A, rejected ballot paper, declaration of scores, the declaration of scores of candidates and the return of a candidate, provided that the commission shall have the power. The commission shall have the power within 7 days to review the declaration and return, where the commission determines that the said declaration and return was not made voluntarily or was made contrary to provisions of the law. We are saying most of the entries were made contrary to the provisions of the law. Regularities and guidelines and manual of the INEC. Now, if you go to the section, the paragraphs talking about IREF, it provides for step-to-step procedure of how to upload the result. It is very, very important that this body should review and find out whether the petition we have written is right or not within 7 days, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is not a court of law.
Okay. Because it affects the right of the political party. For a determination of an issue affecting the right of the political party, that party's agent has the right to make solution. So you cannot have that been in the court of law for 20 years.
Can you quote the law or the paragraph that said you must be given fair hearing?
Of the constitution.
I'm talking of the electoral act.
I'm not talking about
for the past 34 years, I've been practicing and I have not left practice. For the past 34 years.
So let's try to solve this issue.
My name is Abdullah Himetaswa. I'm standing in for the People's Redemption Party. I like to make an observation in respect to what is happening here. There are laws. They have been written to electoral acts. There are laws that is guiding the election. Here we are the state collection center. And I see so many states have announced their results. Looking at the circumstances that led our dealers of being here at this period of time, I think we should take into cognizance that the processes, some of these processes are best related to the court of law. We are not here, this is no court of law. Nobody should come here and be telling us no, it's not about position. But in the court, if something is faulty, so that the process will continue. We don't have the time. I saw that's my submission.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I have the floor, please. I have the floor. Sir, please, based on what we have been discussing, or what we are discussing now, I want to refer this collation center to paragraph 48 of the regulations and guidelines for the conduct of elections 2022. Permission, sir, I just want to read through that paragraph. That an election result shall only be collated if the collation officer ascertains the number of accredited voters agrees with the number recorded in the beavers, and votes scored by political parties on the result sheet is correct, and agrees with the result electronically transmitted or transferred directly to the polling unit as prescribed in these regulations and guidelines. B, if a collation or returning officer determines that the result from the lower level of collation is not correct, he or she shall use the result electronically transmitted or transferred directly from that lower level to collect and announce the result. Thank you, sir. Based on that, sir, before I land, please. Based on that, sir, I only said a comment when we were asked to make a comment, but I have very, very fundamental observations to make. Thank you, sir. The observation I have is here, sir. There's a complete variation of accredited voters between the INEC IRF backup and the result sheets in Okari. Results announced. I have about 63 polling units to complain about. A lot of discrepancies, everything has happened. Though we have written petitions, which if given the chance, I have like 3 petitions to submit here today. And all the necessary backups, they can back my petition, please.
May I respectfully state that the regulations the appropriate provisions of the regulations are clauses 76, 77, and 78. They are the ones that are applicable in the circumstance. And they are with respect to the state collation officer. What you are supposed to do here and now. Those provisions have subscribed and expressly excluded every other thing that stated specifically all that you can do here. Respectfully, sir, may I read clause 76, sir? Yes, sir. It says that you shall take delivery, sir, of the original copies of Form ECHC from the man seated there, and that it will now be entered. It has stated that you will now take it, it will be entered and announced as it is, and then entered into Form ECHD, and then the final declaration sheet, which is ECHE. That, sir, with the greatest respect, is all you can do here now. All the issues that the agent for NNPP has raised, all the issues,
are not issues that should be raised here. They ought to have been raised in Wukari and not here. And now that he didn't raise them now, they can only be raised in a court of law. He can only file a petition to challenge it, this the declaration, sir, and not now to stand up and say he's out if he is seeking for permission to submit 3 petitions. At this stage, to submit 3 petitions with the greatest respect, sir. This is unheard of, sir. At the Presidential Collation Center, when PDP raised objections, the national chairman, who was the chief returning officer, told them that they should go to court. That was why they went to court. If they are feeling aggrieved with respect to accreditation, let them challenge the result in the court of law, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. These issues, they said, we have raised these issues at the level of the load collection centers. In fact, all efforts to surrender these petitions proved abortive as the security and also PDP supporters actually prevented NMPP agents from submitting same. And that was the reason why we have to. The fact that you have been denied food in the morning doesn't mean in the afternoon your mother cannot give you food to eat. It's clear. This is not a court of law, but INEC has regulations and guidelines. And what we are doing here, we are reading the guidelines of INEC. Why should somebody want us to believe with section 76 or paragraph 76 of the same guidelines after denying or trying not to go side with section 46? 46 and counting comes before 76. That is logic. That is logic. And then 65 says you have the right to review. So what are we talking about? There's right to review. So everything is here. Is the collection officer here? Maybe you've not heard when I read 46 of the regulations and guidelines of elections in Nigeria, which INEC herself did that. INEC is the election umpire, and this is the matter of the regulations and guidelines we are talking about here. Somebody cannot change the rules in the middle of the game. This is what we are saying. We have the right to fair hearing. We have the right to be given a chance to talk and say what is right and what is wrong. So, sir, please, with your kind permission, I would like to submit those petitions that I have brought forward with all the evidences, because some of these evidences are quite so serious that if you see them, problems in 64 polling units in one local government is not a joke. The votes in those areas we have complained is over 40% of the total vote cast. It's not a mere say INEC has beavers, and we're talking about beavers here. We're talking about we have done everything that we can. We have the evidences here. We are not going to any court. This is our court first. And the law is clear. The law have said what we should do. So please, with your kind permission, sir, may I humbly submit my petitions.
So let me just because we don't have to debate over and over again. I think everybody have at least said his mind. Let's try to consult here and take decisions first, because we are talking about laws. So let's also consult, and whatever, if you have petition, I think the best place you can pass it to the normal channel. I think it's better, because I don't have to collect response. Petition is not addressed to me, so I'm just saying let's follow the laws. Why I'm saying this is that by the time I see the petition, it will be null and void also. So we have just the normal channel to follow. So you go, you submit the stamp, you have your own
acknowledgement copy. I think it's better for all of us. The issue of, as the VC has stated, the issue of submitting petitions, there are certain procedures to follow. Well, let me put it this way. The earlier petition which we got, it came to the Rex office, that was some 3 or 4 days ago, and then it has been processed appropriately, which is what the VC was saying, that the other person was saying that it will be shown to them. There is no objection to that because it is in the course of our discussion that the VC just mentioned that we got this petition. And then not with any hidden agenda or intention that it will not be shown to the rest of the people. And this is one. And then secondly, as he stated, this place is not the appropriate place to bring up petitions and not collect it here. The appropriate thing is you submit it through the office, get your acknowledgement copy, and then we process it like the one done earlier. This is it. So that doesn't mean that certain issues that are raised will not be addressed, definitely. As you correctly said, it doesn't mean that if we are aware of certain garbages, it doesn't mean that we are not going to attend to it. Because as we said, the beavers is there, the IRF is there. There are certain things, because no one can just push things down our throat. We have to rectify things. Well, we have our own, what can I say, our dignity and image, whatever it is, to integrity to protect. Simply because anything is not like, what can I say, anything that comes under the carpet is dirt. No, it's not like that. Definitely, there are certain areas which we are going to address. Notably, let me speak this out. We have problems with the electoral officer here. They've committed so many atrocities there that we have been getting reports over and over, and then we have been cautioning them, but to no effect of that matter. Definitely, we saw it coming that such a thing like this would come up. So we are going to query them over that issue because the anomalies are very, very glaring. Watching the viewers, we have the viewers report here with us. Definitely, we are going to make some complaints and make some corrections, and then that doesn't mean that we are going to reject the whole result. But some are going to be addressed definitely. You see, here is he sitting here, and then here's the collation officer here. There are evidences that they were committed all this kind of atrocities. We have it here with them. So we are going to sort this out with them. Before then, I think unless we are going to not drag this issue further, I think we will allow lastly, then we can, whether we are going to spend the whole night here, then we'll address the issue and then finalize on something. Meanwhile, there are other local governments that are here. We are going to address them and then finish with them. That Ukari, since you people are comfortable in banding of words, we will give enough time, definitely. And we, internally, we have some things to sort out with the electoral officer and then the coalition officer as well. Thank you very much.
Okay. The last one for now, sorry. Okay. No, we are coming.
Please, it is to assist us. It is to assist us.
We are not.
Now, excuse me, please. I think the returning officer, the collation, is it the collation, the returning officer of Taraba State? We are not supposed to give him any petition by virtue of section 65 that I read. Excuse me. That is what I am saying. Now, if they review, they have the right to review. And a decision of the returning officer under subsection 1 may be reviewed by an election tribunal or court. So after reviewing, within 7 days, whoever is not satisfied with whatever complaint that is forwarded to the commission, because they say the commission is the one to look into it.
not the returning officer. So we should not inundate him with. After we can file our complaints at the office, they can review it, they have the power, and whoever, in fact, even after declaration, after declaration of this thing, may be reviewed. So even if somebody is declared, it can be reviewed. And after its review, you can only go to the tribunal.
Name Joseph Rama, my advisor. I want to advise the House, please, for the sake of time constraint, please, yesterday, similar case was observed in Castle local government, and we overlooked the constraint. I want to still should have mutual understanding in order to finish this process, not to keep ourselves. Thank you very much.
Please, sorry, let's move, let's look at this. Listing of returning officer on ballot paper, section 65. I think you have a copy. The decision of the returning officer shall be final on any question arising from or related to A, unmarked ballot papers, B, rejected ballot paper, C, declaration of scores of candidates and the return of the candidates. Then went further to say that provided the commission shall have the power within 7 days to review the declaration and return where the commission determined that the said declaration and return was not made voluntarily or was made contrary to the provision of the law, regulations and guidelines and the manual for the election. I think this will now solve our problem. The whole thing is that the commission is around, and this is only my work is to look at these three things for now. So the commission has the right to review it within 7 days. And if that is true, I think I'm just begging us, let's try to move forward. Because the whole thing is that whatever we make here, we are just following a path that has been determined since. What we are doing is just try to see how can we now make the right decision and take the right steps toward getting the best leaders that we feel that can lead us. So please, let's try to restrain ourselves. Let's try to make a positive contribution. There's nothing like argument here. By the time we go out, we are all friends, but we try to maintain our status, our roles that we in this world. Please, I'm just begging. So if you want to make comment, please, let's try to make positive comments so that we don't have to take us back. You have a comment? So.
Thank you, sir. So what we are asking is simple. This results that was read should be cross-checked with the beavers, the number of accreditation. That's what we are saying. If somebody is saying that's all has been passed like that, that's what should be reviewed again.
No, he has the flow. I agree with what you are saying.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is that
I can no sorry, please, let's try to have one house. Let's have one house. We are making progress.
Yes.
We are making progress. We will check. The whole thing is that what I'm saying is that this is a point of collection.
Yes.
And after collecting, the commission can also verify.
Okay.
And it's clearly written
Okay.
that even after declaration, it can be overturned. And we observe this in this country severally.
Yes, sir.
In many elections.
All right.
So I think let's try to restrain ourselves because I am not here to pass a judgment. I'm just here to collect results. And if I observe, whatever I observe, I will point it from the results and ask them to correct. And if there's any issue with beavers, I think I don't want to make a reference, but that is the best thing. If you watch the presidential election, it's the same procedures. Because at that point, I think there was nothing like trying to ask the returning officer to take it, because taking beavers is not as simple as you are thinking. It will take a lot of time, and we are constrained by time. Sorry, but the commission, I have confidence in the commission. They can review it and they can take it up.
But sir, I'm talking about apart from the beavers, you have your platform where results come, your electronic platform where results are verified.
Yes.
Why can't we go and verify those results before we take all that? This can be done. This can be done. They are all in your portal. They are all in your portal, sir.
What
let me just ask a
question. Yes. No, let's have question from clarification. About the legal department. Legal, please come and clarify this so that you don't turn me into a lawyer.
Yeah, all protocol duly observed. Section 65, as read by the APC chairman, is explicit. At this stage, you can't review except with an application for review from the party that is involved. Section 65 is absolutely clear on this matter. At this stage, you can only review when an application is made to the commission. And the commission will definitely look into that, like the returning officer have said. Because at this stage of the collation, if at the lower level, you are not heard, of course, your application for review will definitely carry that. It's not even a letter of complaint. It is an application for review. It happened in the governorship election, in the National Assembly and presidential election that took place. People applied for review, and some of the results that had merit were actually reviewed. But at this stage, the commission cannot go and begin to download results from the IREF and come here and begin to verify. It is not the duty of the returning officer. That's what the law says. So I agree totally with Section 65 because it's the provision of the law.
Thank you very much. I think this is clear. So thank you for your understanding. Please, Ukari, just wait a little bit. Yes.
Well, I've been here since yesterday. I don't think it will be comfortable for me to stay longer because even when I came much earlier than other persons, they are on
that
the
is not our own thing because there are crises.
Can make my point. I was opportune to be here yesterday when GASO presented their result. Similar issues were raised, but considering the fact that this is a collation center, they were taken and then they now moved on. So why should the case of Okari now be treated different from others? Yes. If there is going to be a review, I would suggest that it should be a holistic approach. The whole Taraba state election should be reviewed rather than just focusing on Okari as if there is a predetermined or I mean something arranged because it started from yesterday.
It may not be with you.
No, it started yesterday. I came in much earlier than Sorry, can I make my point? I said I came in much earlier than the person from Gasol. The records are there. So why was my result not taken before that of Gasol? So these are very clear.
First, let me, Bob, please, you have to understand. Let me address this issue. You know, the whole thing is not about Ukari only. What we are saying, we receive, no, let me just, I'm not saying that we are asking you rejecting the result. No. We have tension, we have reports from them. So I'm not working, we are not working alone. All of us are working together. What we are trying to do is just to avoid it. It's not an issue of singling out. You understand? No. I will. No. Well, I will resolve the problem now. No, we will solve the problem now. We are not staying longer. You are not staying a day longer. We are not staying a day longer. We take decision now.
So may I respectfully state that since the Wukari local government collation officer has expressly announced and stated the scores, the only duty left for you, sir, is for these figures to be entered into the form ECHC D now, and then the man be released to go, sir.
No, we are not detaining him.
No, sir. Asking him to step aside and wait does not arise, sir. He has read the result. Let it be done with now. That was what happened to Gasol. Gasol, the returning officer of Gasol was not asked to wait. The result was entered immediately. And that is what we are urging you to do in this, sir. There cannot be two standards.
We are not calling somebody.
You cannot apply two standards to the same thing.
We are not calling somebody. We are not calling any local government now. We just want him to we want decision, and that is all.
Sir, let him submit like others have been submitting. Let him submit like others have been submitting, sir. And then he leaves. Jalingo submitted. Gasol submitted. EB submitted. The legal team has already cleared the air on this, sir. No, we have settled it, sir.
No problem. We are not taking any other decision. We will collect the results. Just give us time.
Then let it be done, sir. What is the point of waiting, of delaying,
please, my learned colleague, just relax. We do the needful. You know, the whole thing is that maybe we don't understand what we are doing. I know the repercussion of what I'm doing. I will die, and I'll ask all these questions, whether I've done it intentionally or to have any benefit. I know this is clear, and very clear to me. And I'm not trying to. It's my good friend from university, and I know him very well. It's not that because I want to take him. I don't know. I don't want to delay any longer. And if I will do, I can even accommodate him in my house. Sorry, I will do. No, please.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. We'll be taking you back to Jalingo in Taraba State in a while. But at this point in time, we have to give way to the next session of the program on Nigeria Election Situation Room. Our colleagues, Kunle Adewale, and of course,
Adora Jack, yes.
Adora will be joining you in a moment. But very quickly, let's inform you that the results for the Benue State governorship elections have finally been declared, and Reverend Hyacinth Alia of the APC has been declared winner with 473,933 votes to defeat the PDP candidate Titus Uba, who polled 223,903 votes. That's the situation. We will be bringing you a lot more details about that when our colleagues take over later on the program. But for now, we must thank our guest analysts who have been with us all afternoon and all evening. Professor Waziri is of the Faculty of Law at the University of Abuja, and of course, Austin Aigbe, who is an election observation specialist and civil society activist. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and for your contributions to the Nigeria election situation room here on AIT. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right, so much said about the declaration of election results at the governorship levels. We also had this one that came in from Jigawa State, which says that the Independent National Electoral Commission has declared the All Progressive Congress governorship candidate Omar Mohammed in Jigawa State as the winner of the governorship election. Of course, the state collation officer did talk about Mohammed Zayano